This is still the Polity, and we're reaching you live from the Abuja studios of Kaftan TV right now. And now it's time for us to go into the discussions making the round in the country. And joining me to do justice to some of the issues making the rounds is Comrade Isah Tijani. He is a former presidential candidate of the former presidential aspirant, beg your pardon, of the Labour Party. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on the program. Thank you for sparing out your time to be with us on the show. Quite a number of issues, quite a number of things has been happening in the country in recent times, from the gruesome murder of 16 military personnel in Delta State to the escape of the Binance executive a few days ago, who was in the custody of the Nigerian National Intelligence Agency, led by Malam Nuhu Ribadu. What are your thoughts? I want us to get started on the leadership tussle in the Labour Party. There seems to be a fight for ownership between the Labour Party and the NLC, and as a major stakeholder, what are your thoughts on the recent happenings?
Well, thank you very much. I'm most grateful to be here with you. I must be very clear that the Labour Party, if it is classified as a property, then it is a property of the Nigeria Labour Congress.
Nigeria Labour Congress it is classified
as a property.
As a property.
Okay. Then it belongs to the Nigeria Labour Congress.
Okay.
Because Nigeria Labour Congress was the one that formed the Labour Party.
The Labour Party.
Unfortunately for us, we had a situation where some people, power-hungry people who have the wherewithal of manipulations, hijacking the party. As I'm talking to you, I was told that they were doing a so-called convention today in Inewi of Anambra State. I don't find it funny, because the Labour Party, I've been in the Labour Party since the days of General Babangida as the president of Nigeria.
So if you had to put it together now,
led Comrade Pascal Bafiao was the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress then. Okay. He led us into forming the Labour Party and doing everything possible to see that we get registered. But as you know, the president of the Federal Republic then, General Babangida, he came, he talked, he spoke, his good English dribbled, and in the end, he didn't register any party.
Okay.
So he registered Social Democratic Party and NRC.
Okay.
Our leaders in the Labour Congress said we should belong to the SDP, and that was why we trooped to
the SDP.
So Labour Party has been there for long. I wasn't around when people like Pa Imodu and Wahab Goodluck did their own. No, I don't know anything about that. But from the time of Pascal till today, because this very particular one that we are talking about, it was formed by Nigeria Labour Congress under the leadership of Comrade Adams Oshimole.
Okay.
We went to Bauchi in the NEC, and it was suggested that we should form the SDP, Social Democratic Party. But realities of what was happening then now made us to see that we should better go back to our name, what people know about us, and then be what we are. So we went back to the Labour Party, and we had different people as the chairman, but the most outstanding I can say is Barrister Dan Inyau.
Barrister Dan Anyawu, okay.
Yes, not Anyau, Inyau.
Okay.
I'm not an Igbo man, but
okay.
That was the complaint he used to make to us. If we say Anyau, he said, come on, my name is not Anyau. I am John Anyau. So he led the party. He made the party empty. Then we were staying in Dabo shopping mall of Garki. And things went fine before he left, and then let Salam took over. It was after Salam died, then this one came, I wouldn't say even from the back door, was smuggled, but I think he was catapulted by some people to jump the fence, and he became what he is.
Okay, I just want to establish something here. Now, and that's because you talked about a convention going on in Anambra right now. Before now, the last national convention that was held by the Labour Party it happened in year 2019. That national convention produced Barrister Julius Abure as the national secretary of the party.
Yes.
In the run-up to the 2023 presidential elections, Barrister Julius Abure was widely seen as the chairman of the party, and there have been, a lot of there are so many cases in the court right now contesting his the legitimacy of Barrister Julius Abure as the chairman of the party. This is coming on the back of so many allegations of financial misappropriations, forgery of document, forgery of signatures that has been leveled against Barrister Julius Abure. What are your thoughts on this, and how did the Labour Party and the Nigerian Labour Congress get to that point whereby the NLC had to organize a protest to occupy the secretariat of the Labour Party?
Okay, let me also make it very clear. You see, this problem started quite a long time about the Labour Party. He was elected in the convention as the national secretary, only for him to catapult himself to the position of the chairman when the chairman died.
Okay.
All right? During the presidency of Ayuba Waba as the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, a series of troubles and problems occurred, and it got to this. Why we are angry with the present president of the Nigerian Labour Congress is that there should have been no reason whatsoever for him to go and picket the office of the Labour Party. It's like you are exposing your trouble to the whole world to see.
Okay, drying your dirty linens outside.
Washing your dirty linens outside. As far as we are concerned, the Labour Party is not above the Congress at all. So there would be no reason for Joe Ajero to say we should go and picket. What is the psychology of the picketing? What do you want to show? What do you want to establish? Labour Congress against Labour Party in the public? No. So that was why we went to the position to say the two of them should go. Because anybody that is part of creating the problem is as guilty as the one that was found to be wanting. So they should go. I hope you understand. So it's a matter of what do we do? What is the problem? The problem is one person, and that is Julius Abure.
Why Julius Abure?
I'm coming.
Okay.
Julius Abure is the chairman of the party.
Okay.
Whose leadership was accused of misappropriating 3.5 billion.
Okay.
I wouldn't go to picket the office of the Labour Party on that. There are issues that I can do.
What would you have done?
The Congress could have written the security agencies, EFCC for example, to demand an investigation, or ICPC to demand an investigation, so that the truth of what is happening will be established. And based on that, because the guy is so, Abure is so, how do I put it? He's very cunning. And being a so-called lawyer, he plays with the issue of the judiciary. You can't get him.
Okay.
But if the Congress want to get him, it's simple. They can get him and chase him out. So the way Joe Ajero approached the issue of the Labour Party was wrong.
So what else? How else should Joe Ajero? How else should he have approached this very issue at hand.
No,
because if we look at Joe Ajaero himself, also he has in the eyes of the public, he has a lot of legitimacy, he has a lot of honesty question hanging all over him. Also in terms of the instant calls for strikes, and in terms of his stand in the negotiation between the NLC and the federal government, if he's actually negotiating on behalf of the masses or for personal reasons. So if we call the character of Barrister Julius Abure into question, there are also questions begging for answers on the part of Joe Ajaero.
Yes.
So how would you juxtapose this?
This is what I told you. It is because of these problems that we said the two should go. I don't see a situation where the Nigerian Labour Congress can call for a strike 9 times in 8 months. I don't understand it. And I don't know what was the game. Because I am grounded with what is called going on strike. It's not a tea party. Even if, when we were in the Congress, before we could declare that people should go on strike or we are going on strike, the planning and the mobilization is critical. That's one. Number two, he has an ego problem.
Joe Ajaero?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has an ego problem. We've known him. He isn't a co-labor man.
Okay.
A journalist from Vanguard reporting on issues of labor. And that is how he came close. And one of our colleagues, who is late now, Comrade Khalil of the Electricity Union, drew him closer, and he gave him the office of Assistant General Secretary. That was the rise and the rise and the rise until he became the president. He has an ego problem, and to a very large extent too. There is some ethnic coloration in what he does.
Okay.
In what he does. So it's becoming problematic for him, even to handle the Congress. It's becoming problematic. So these are the issues that we said, look, if Abure is going, Ajaero should follow.
Ajaero should go.
So that we can have fresh faces, people with fresh ideas, people who can relate and get back to the roots and the history of the labor movement. Abure is claiming that the Labour Party does not belong to anybody. No, it's not true. It's not true. Because if the Congress has not formed, why would he have the Labour Party? There wouldn't have been Labour Party if the Congress did not form it. So it's not true that it doesn't belong to anybody. It is now that because of people that are power hungry, and they are for grabbing money from here and there. That's why they are talking like that. And the bad side of it is that they closed the gate. They refused workers to be members of the party. I remember at a point in time during the days of Ayuba Waba, we were discussing that wants to buy 2 million cards so that it can distribute it to workers in various states. They refused. He did everything he can. They refused because they know if the the number of workers that are members of the Labour Party, they can use them to flush out whoever.
Okay.
So that was why they held tight until today. They are doing so. But we will change the dynamics.
Okay, now, before we leave the issue of the Labour Party internal wranglings, as we all know, the gubernatorial election in Edo State is fast approaching. Just in very few minutes, how would you rate the popularity of the Labour Party in Edo State, and also what are the realistic chances of a Labour Party in Edo State?
you know, if I am to be very candid with you,
Okay.
I'm not to play the words of politicians. I don't see the Labour Party making it in Edo. I don't see it. I don't know, because there are too much wranglings that where are they going to start with? Where are going to, I mean, what are they going to start with? Is it from trying to unite the party, or going to campaign for people to vote them, or how? Aspiration is aspiration. I can't stop anybody from aspiring for a position. But the reality must be faced. I cannot. I remember when Comrade Adams, it was the same Labour Party. Comrade Adams started using as
a ladder to his political career.
Yes, but in his case, it was different. When Chief Tom Ikimi of the then ACN approached him that he should come over so that they can give him the gubernatorial ticket, he didn't just unilaterally accept it. He brought it before us. We discussed it. I was practically present with him in Edo. So it was a unanimous decision that yes, Comrade Adams should go ahead and take the ACN ticket.
The ACN ticket.
And vie for the position of the governorship. Whatever happened later is now a story. He became the governor. And no matter what, we beat our chest that yes, Comrade Adams performed.
Well,
it wouldn't have been, it's not that he performed a miracle, no. But he changed the narratives. So that is what we want. Gradually, if some other Labour Party members formed governorship, maybe there could be an improvement from where Adams stopped.
Left off.
And then, you know, life is a continuous process. You know, like this, one day you find that you begin to talk about, because you don't talk about revolution the way Nigerians talk about revolution. Revolution, that revolution. No. What do you have on ground? Is it massacre that you can call revolution? Is it to kill people, or who? You don't have any structure on ground. You don't have
action plans.
I mean, all this are things that you have to take into action before you can talk of a revolution. So if Adams has started, I want to say that he has started the process of revolution. We want to get another Labour Party member to take on from there, and then we will, just like what you see in Brazil today. Look at it. President Lula has come back as the president in spite of all the troubles that he went through. People got him elected, and he is now back. So that is, you will see that President Lula is going to deliver. And no matter how the Brazilian feels about him or hates him, he will know that there is a difference.
Okay then, that will be all from the internal wranglings of the Labour Party at this moment. But before we go to the next item on our table this afternoon, viewers, our phone lines are now open. You can now call in to make your contributions and also ask your questions on the program. Back to you, Comrade Tijani. You know, for quite some time now, the federal government has been making a lot of efforts in trying to, you know, revive the economy, you know, coming up with various monetary policies, because obviously in the past few months the naira has fallen astronomically against the dollar, but in the past few days the naira has been gaining commensurately. But then we look at the recent policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria in terms of ordering, in terms of their willingness now to now sell $10,000 to Bureau de Change operators, and also not selling more than $10,000 to, you know, to citizens. And if you must sell this, if the citizen is going to sell more than $10,000, you have to provide evidence of how you got this money. And it was still on that note that you know, the Binance executive was placed in custody of the government. But then the question on the lips of every Nigerian right now is how sustainable are these policies by the federal government right now? I mean, in terms of selling just $10,000 to bureau de change operators, how sustainable do you think these policies would be in the long run?
You see, it is cheap to just criticize what people are doing or the central bank is doing. It's like the case of the spectator becoming more knowledgeable of the football game than the person that is on the pitch.
Person that is on the pitch.
This issue of economy, it is now that President Bola Tinubu is beginning or is getting the right words, and the actions that are taken are now commensurate with what is on ground. So we will expect some changes. The central bank and the bureau de change, what happened in the past, if they open it for you, it is not for you to faint. Because these are the people that put us in trouble, and they were doing things as if there will be no tomorrow. Me, as far as I'm concerned, 10,000 is enough. What do you want to go and do outside Nigeria? Is it you want to go and show off, or you want to, if it's school fees or something, I think that is a special case that the central bank through commercial banks will look into it, and then, but for you to just put money into pocket and go to Europe, I think 10,000 is enough. And these people, if not because of the strength of character and capacity of the president, they will put us in mess, I'm telling you. Because if you fight against the government of President Bola Tinubu, it is not him that you are fighting. You are fighting us. Because like it or hate it or like it, the truth is that he is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In fact, if he goes on international forums, they don't even call him and say President Bola Tinubu. They will just say Nigeria, and he will stand up. Because he is the one representing Nigeria. So things, quite okay, there were some mistakes. I am one person from the labor movement that, because of the little, if you understand, the little knowledge I have of him back, I created the Labour Party Directorate, and then people came in. It was clear.
What year was that?
I mean, during this 2023 election.
Okay.
It was clear. I made it that I am a Labour person. I am not a member of the APC, but I am for President Bola Tinubu. And some people followed. But the moment he took over and discussed the issue of withdrawing subsidy, he didn't put Nigerians into trouble. He put himself as the president of Nigeria into trouble.
Into trouble? How is that possible?
Is he not what is managing now? Is it not the result of the removal of the oil subsidy that is managing, helter-skelter, doing this, doing that? You know, I won't teach him governance because he has been governor, but being a governor in a state like Lagos or any other in Nigeria is quite different from being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The troubles that are surrounded in terms of handling the nation as a whole is not a joke. So we were angry with him, quite okay. I won't hide it. We were angry, but that did not make us to say, no, we will leave him. No, we didn't. We were angry. We expressed our
displeasure,
and said, okay, since it has been done, we will have to continue supporting him and see where he can go. Now you have started getting the right thing, doing the right thing. God willing, the moment the refineries start operation and the price of petrol crashes, that it will be a big relief. And then he is facing the issue of exchange rate, naira and dollar and what have you, because what these people wanted was for us to maybe buy $1 for 2,000 naira, and they won't care, So thank God things are beginning to change for the better, and as far as I'm concerned, I am okay with the policies that the central bank is churning out, because playing it from central bank to commercial banks is so dirty.
Okay, then right now, because our time is already giving us some signals. Now let's discuss some security matters. Now, because we all know, no matter how beautiful the policies are, no matter how favorable the policies are, no matter how relieving these policies are, if the citizens cannot sleep with their two eyes closed, these policies will end up amounting to nothing, because you need to be safe for you to feel the benefits of a working government. In a country where we have where we can afford to lose 16 men of the armed forces, I know it's no longer news to you now, but then a lot of well-meaning Nigerians are beginning to question the overall code of conduct of the Nigerian security architecture. Some have said that the military now, there's a lot of military presence now in issues that should have been handled by the police, and of course the slain soldiers in Okwama Delta State. I think their burial rites should be going on at the National Cemetery right now. What are your thoughts on the overall ethics of the Nigerian army right now? There too much presence in civil matters that should have been handled by the Nigerian police.
Okay, let me make this point very clear. I'm not happy with what happened in Okwama with the soldiers at all. I am just not happy. You are a civilian here, taking the comfort of your own room in your own house and sleeping on your bed. The military people are outside in the night, whether it is raining, whether it is sunny or hot or whatever. They deserve respect. I'm telling you, if I am the commander-in-chief, I will give orders that no matter what happened, I would not care. I would not care, because I need to protect the dignity of the soldier that is in the bush, so that he knows if anything happens to him, somebody somewhere will stand up for him. So I am just not happy with it. It's too clumsy. It's just like what happened during the days of President Jonathan, when Baba like you or somebody, about 100 DSS and policemen were killed. And the Director General of the DSS was saying they should forgive. I said, what? Forgive? Forgive who? Forgive what?
That should be a direct affront on the sovereignty of
this issue of the military. I think I would advise President Bola Tinubu to change.
Okay, now
the change is the burial. You said the burial is taking place. He should be there.
No, President Tinubu is actually there as a special guest.
If he is there and he sees what is going on, his feelings towards them will be different. And nobody will come and talk and give him one stupid briefing on what is supposed to be done or what has not been done. I am not happy at all with what happened.
So what would you say about the too much presence? You know, these days now, you find sometimes now we now see. Sometimes you go to some worship centers now. You see soldiers there as the security, as you know, coordinating the security in those places. Sometimes you see you even see some private citizens with soldiers. You can virtually see soldier presence in every area of our daily lives right now. Something that, you know, that's something that was never the norm few years ago. Sometimes some years ago, before you see these military men, you know, you see them in critical moments. You see them in situations whereby it seems like the police force and other agencies are almost getting overwhelmed before the Nigerian military will come in. But in a situation whereby two communities are having a communal clash over a land. They were having a land dispute, and it is the Nigerian military that were there to resolve a communal clash. What are your thoughts on this?
Before I say my thought, whatever happens, whatever is the situation, for a civilian to pick a gun and shoot a soldier, that is harakiri.
There are some parts of their body were even mutilated. Their heads were taken away.
So, what do you intend? A soldier representing Federal Republic of Nigeria is not acceptable. It's not taken anywhere. All right. Then coming about the security issue, given the fact of what is on the ground, are you satisfied personally? I don't know whether you have experience in anything that has to do with the security. Are you satisfied that our policemen can handle the matter well? If they can't, what happens?
The military.
It is because of the multifaceted challenges that we have in the security issue. That is what is bringing the Nigerian army in. Were they doing that before? They were not doing like that before. But starting with the issue of Boko Haram, and then things started, dribbling, and things were getting out of hand. What do you expect? Even the presence of the military, don't you see the challenge they face? Look at it. 100 and what girls from Kaduna. I mean, agreed, it's not supposed to be a soldier's job, but in the absence of somebody that can do it to the satisfaction of the people, who goes in?
The military. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your very much insightful analysis. I must say that we really do appreciate your time on the show today, and we do hope to have you on the show again some other time. Thank you so much once again. And this is where we draw the curtain on the show today. Do well to join us again, same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Francis Adeniyi. Bye.